because I was doing a lot of pre-shuffles and checking into things and all that other kind of stuff. And when I got to this, I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and do the reading. So what it is the moon card. And it's saying that someone's trying to like put a band-aid on a shark bite right now. So this person is trying to pretend like they're not in the situation that they are. So they're trying to defend that. And what they're going to be telling people next maybe is the reason why is because they put all their money into another investment, a new investment. That's why they don't have whatever. I guess it's regarding money. So that's what they're going to tell people. Like either they're telling people that it's money. So that was one of the things. But this is mostly just a karmic reading. I got a lot of downloads about a lot of karmic. So I'm going to just let it roll. That's what I've been guided to do at this point for this reading. Because of the way that's defending also the balance of the collective as well. But I forgot what I was going to say. I think it was something about like the lives have been like halted and paused and they always go private and then they're taking like a seriously long time to actually upload them and all kinds of weird stuff. I've noticed I got a few less subscriptions, which is awesome. I love for people to leave from a space where they feel as though they don't belong. And so kudos to them for being able to recognize that. And then in addition to that, what else? So I guess there's some housekeeping I got to get done. I might start doing just strictly blind readings because of the downloads being so heavy. I think I'm just going to go to like the dark ones where, I don't know what they're called, but it's like, blackout readings. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going into blackout readings starting through this week while we're doing all of our work, just so that I can make sure that I'm getting the downloads out to you guys as quickly as I can. So anyway, because me trying to, plan and prepare for, extra space and, I want it to be quiet in the background. I don't want people to be disturbing, the energy. Not that it's not relevant usually, but just for the all intents and purposes, a lot of these messages require direct focus so I don't lose track and don't lose focus and can stay on target. All right. Let's go ahead and take the what's the tea. All right, let's see what's the tea. Even though I told you a little bit of it. Let's see what else is happening. So what else is happening out there? What's happening out there that is to be revealed in this reading? Someone is having a queen rising, a stepping into power. They're being praised. They're coming up into the spotlight. And simultaneously, someone is also hating on that spirituality and light and magic and power. Well, okay. It seems like it's the same old, So I guess we can keep that out here like that. I guess. I didn't know it was going to be like that, but cool.
Mom,
What's up, baby?
you need to pause that.
What do you need? On the game? Okay, what's up?
I don't know what to do.
Oh.
And did you get this spray to get the white smell out?
Yes. Here.
Why?
Because, well, no, not necessarily. I was getting that anyway. But that definitely helps. Okay. All right, collective. All right, so look, someone's having a queen rising, stepping into power. Someone else is hating on it. It is what it is. Okay, what else can we know? What else is happening out here? Someone who's ignoring other people that are holding grudges against them, I guess, that are being haunted by their own mistakes. By their brokenness. By the fact they ain't got no dollars. So look, because this is what was Let me give this over here. So this is what was out here. So someone is ignoring whoever it is that's reached this jackpot in this Queen Rising energy, King or Queen Rising. Take it how it resonates. 100%. Basically continuing to ignore and reflect on what we're focused on as a collective, and they're being haunted by what they should have reflected on previously, is what I'm understanding. They're stalking. Oh my goodness, that's not good. These people need to get their lives together. What does stalking do? Except for make them look. They're stalking to try to present some type of offer. That doesn't make any sense. Like, if your offer was wanted or warranted or accepted or, you know, even acknowledged, you would not be having to stalk. You would just come straight forward, right? It's because they have these legal issues that they're going through and that they're facing. Yeah, and you're just sitting there unfazed. Mind you, because I do need some more of this tea before it gets cold, because I don't got time for my tea to get cold while I'm sitting up here talking about some Carmex. Hold on, y'all. I'm not trying to be rude, but I hate when my tea gets cold. I like my tea piping hot, too. I'm one of those burn your tongue and your mouth and all of that. Yeah, this person's got some legal issues there. They're trying to dodge bullets and maybe trying to use your energy or you to do that. Maybe this is some type, maybe they're attached to some type of obsessive lover that they married for money, or maybe they're, you know, I don't know. They are an obsessive lover who wants to marry you for money. They're literally just cock blocking, because whatever that part was, I just said before now, that they're trying to do is like pissing in the wind, is what I understand. Listen, I meant to put out the disclaimer at the beginning that if you don't like cussing, you probably don't want to stay involved in this reading, because your step, girl.
What does this mean?
I don't know. Are you trying to get out of that part?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think you can unless, I don't know. Let me see. Give me just a second, collective.
Please. Ow.
Oh. Oh, here. There we go. Okay. All right. Looks like all this situation and whatever you've been experiencing, going through too, has probably been like, it feels like a lot of interruptions and stuff like that, with basically people trying to give you a bad reputation when really it was them, you know, trying to mask who they are. They see you shining though, and that's, you know, anywho, they're clout hungry too. This clout hungry thing is so beyond me. Like, I can't even understand that. Okay, I was about to say, no, I'm going to wait to pull out my book with my downloads, but that was a part of one of the downloads, was something about the clout hungriness of them. Oh gosh, I don't even want to get into this. I'm going to just keep pulling the cards because there's so much energy right now. There are literally so many people. Look, it keeps coming out. That's like their worst habit. That's like the thing they can't stop doing, is being clout hungry. That's their biggest problem, is themselves. That's why they wonder why collective moves in silence and they don't know what's going on, when it's going on, how it's going on, none of that. Yep, they want to be in some type of love triangle, which is sick to me. You know? Like, why would anybody want to put themselves in a position to be less than? Because that's what you are saying. Like, I'm less than worthy of having someone be with me and only me. Nowadays, it's too hard to find anybody. Everybody believes in this, you know, this polygamy or whatever they want to call it, you know. But continue on, collective, because it looks like that's what, you know, you've been doing, is just being continually unimpressed by whatever it is that they're doing. Yeah. Oh, wow. So somebody is trying to bother divine masculine. So the emperor energy, boss daddy. So, but somebody is trying to also. So while the queen rising is in this empress, jackpot energy, boss daddy energy, the emperor is reflecting and doing his thing. Um, Pretty much too busy winning to try to deal with any kind of karmic energies or anybody that's coming around. And they're pretty much, again, like I said, what I saw on the flip wasn't wasn't anything to be, misleading, because that legal issues came right on out, baby. But again, nobody cares. Don't threaten other people. That's again, pissing in the wind, pissing in the wind, pissing in the wind. Does not matter. None of it does. There's nothing they can do about what's next. They were careless, and they get what they get. They should have saved that money they were given. That's all I can say, because that situation's played out. I just saw that card in here. They're so mad. Somebody's super mad, like big mad, like mad, mad, mad. Okay, I'm gonna pull another deck. I'm gonna pull a tarot. All right, what else is going on with these people? What is it exactly that they're trying to run away from? What are these people trying to run away from? Yeah. Well, if that wasn't a runaway, Judgment, first card. Okay. I got to get these other ones off the floor. This change that's taking place where they don't have the same, types of affiliations and, help from other people moving on from them and not being bothered with them. So they've got all these negative thoughts and regret. I said that already. Look, I don't have to make it up. And they are in some real toxic, like, real bad situations here with this. Because that whole Eight of Swords energy, it's kind of like, again, they're their worst enemy, because nobody's holding this person. These people put themselves in these positions, and they just do not know how to get themselves out of them. And that's unfortunate. Lemony Schmickets. That's what it is. It's going to be a series of unfortunate events. It is what it is. That's that bad karma. Oh, yeah. They're trying to, I guess they're trying to, make divine masculine feel some type of way about the karma that they're receiving, because divine masculine went in and has been reflecting. So he's not subject to whatever it is that they are. Whatever divine masculine needed to do to be in this King of Cups upright energy was done. Look, I'm not making it up. I just split the deck. All right, let's see. What else? What else? What else? What else? All right, what else? Who did it and why? Okay. Woo. Ooh, this is some info about the community, because that world card came out. Lately, that's been given a lot of the community. Ooh, yeah. The community is seeing, or is something about these endings and these changes. They're seeing some stuff. All right, let's see what they're talking about. Wow, they see this. Ooh-wee. 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 Looks like, okay. Cracks me up, though. Look, so it looks like the community knows that the divine beings, this queen rising and boss daddy energy, are celebrating and in harmony about their home, a marriage, community, homecoming, whatever that may be. Take it how it resonates. Maybe it's even just homecoming, just to your resolute energy that these people are done for. You know what I mean? Because that's one of the greatest gifts out of all of that, right? Is the fact that they're just done for. Can't say it no more. And essentially, it's being victorious is what's playing out here. It's like the most victorious opportunity, where there's a lot of, again, public recognition. I don't have to make it up. The card itself says it. Public recognition, victory, progress, and self-confidence. You see what I'm saying? Fruits of your labor, rewards, luxury, self-sufficiency, financial independence. You're not even going to need a loan. Look, I was saying, can we beat a bank? I just, yesterday I had asked. So listen, this is because of your unbiased judgment about things and being independent and having clear boundaries, being direct in your communication, clear-minded, perceptive when there were all of these different opportunities, when you were in the Seven of Cups and things, maybe you just didn't know, like, okay, for sure, like, okay, which way do I go? What do I do next? How do I proceed? You proceeded in the correct fashion, and that's what continues to get you where you want to go in life. What is so hard to understand? Why are they so upset about that? Yeah, they want to know what you're planning, though, that's for sure. They want to know where you're going, what you're doing. Ooh, my nose is itching. Where you're going, what you're doing. Oh, that's crazy. What's on the back of this deck? Oh, look. Ah, look. And you're defending that at all costs. They thought they was all costs and something. I guess, look, how's that working out? Look, oh goodness, this is funny. They're trying to throw Divine Masculine off balance with that. Whatever it is that I was just laughing at, they're trying to throw Divine Masculine off with that, making Divine Masculine feel or think or something like that, they may know something about what Divine Masculine is planning. Again, I'm honestly, I don't even know what my Divine Masculine is planning. I know he's up to something because he's so sweet and he's so loving and he's so, Somebody said, give it a rest. They don't want to hear about it. They didn't get that boss daddy. That's not the one they got. What are you talking about? Oh, here's the tea. All right, let's chill in the tarot for a second and pull out this. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get this deck because I rarely use this one, but I was called to find it. All right, let's see what else is going on with these wretched people. Ooh-wee. Collective. Wow. It looks like to me what Divine is saying. Wow, Divine is like, you're not even focused on that, so we're not going to focus on that in the reading. That's wild, though, because I felt like that was the energy of the collective was like, why do we even need to hear about their karma? They're getting it. So the Divine said, love is a sign that someone is looking at you with great love and longing. But that could be them, too. To be perfectly honest, there may be a queen of spades that's kind of feeling some kind of way, that's maybe in this eight of wands, swords energy about Divine Masculine, but I feel like it's like it's so far removed. It's like, okay, that's not about me. That's got nothing to do with me. And whoever this person is, the roads that they kind of turn to or have to go towards now, like it just looks like a lot of dark clouds. It's like looking like a lot of misadventures, but it's far from the person. But far from the person, the evil consequences may be averted. So there's this opportunity. They can still get their lives together. It's not like all is lost for whoever this is. They just got to figure that out for themselves and be willing to move on from, this longing of love for people who don't want them. Like there's nothing worse than being in an energy where it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's a trick. I don't know. I don't agree with being in that energy, and you should do your best to psychologically remove yourself from that attachment. But I'm gonna leave it there. Anyway, the moon when near is a good omen. It predicts fortune when in distant exposure of your secrets. So the collective is right now in tune with all the things that they've predicted for themselves, that they've desired, that they want. I get an energy of like a 5 of Pentacles replaced by a 5 of Hearts. It's basically like that whole light as a feather energy. They're not holding any grudges about anything that they've experienced. They are just completely and totally free. There are no binds that tie them. Like there is nothing. Like there is nothing. They're free to do everything. Yep, look, the lilies foretell us a happy forecast. Look. I wasn't even looking at that yet. But yeah, the number 17, you guys know how I love that, followed by 2 10s. Let me get into this. The lilies forecast a happy life. But family sorrow if surrounded by clouds. Lying above the person signifies virtuous life, but when under, it indicates immorality. Yeah, so essentially, wow, and it's like dead flowers too. That's what I'm seeing right now. Like someone is in this energy of, well, we know who someone's are, but actually, I feel like this applies to like a lot of family members too and friends right now. Like, but family sorrow because of this cloud energy that's over here with this energy. Because these cards play out both ways. Like, no matter how you pull them, it's going to give you both energies most of the time. Look, it's talking about these clouds again. It says the tower surrounded by clouds denotes sickness and if adjoining, death. The rod near predicts family quarrels, distant. Oh yeah, and it's because of the issues that the collective have with their family members, that they're being put into this energy of facing their own cycles. And it kind of is what it is. And you know, use the term family how you must, because some people, their family were like people that were friends that they'd had for a long time that they considered to be family too. So let's not discount that, you know, that part of relationships. Wild. Ooh, wow. These are people are getting a lot of bad news. And somebody doesn't trust somebody. I said that at the beginning. Somebody doesn't trust their acquaintances. And remember, the picture for this reading has the guy with the two friends. And and they're like, yeah, put a band-aid on it, bro. And that's literally what this person is trying to do too. But it's like, I guess this is like these people's like biggest heartbreak they've ever had or something. I don't know. That's their problem, right? Everybody's had one. Get it over it. It's because they were snake energies, always making wrong deals. Ooh, somebody, okay, now this fire energy is bugging me because I feel like somebody is also trying to send, with candle magic, they're trying to like burn something down. Like literally like hoping that the collective space gets burned up or something like that in some type of accident. Because of their beauty and rugged health, like, so because they're in good health and in good body and mind and spirit and all that stuff that they could never attain, they want to try to make it so that people have an aversion to you when they first see you. It's the energy they're trying to put out. All right, let's see. These people need help. Yeah, you changed quick. That was a quick move. It looks like overnight there were all of these wonderful changes that came through for you. And that, you know, the outcomes, you know, led the way for you to be a leader and show other people how it's done. That's literally what it says on the card. I love it when that happens. Um, yeah, you've changed. And then there's all of these messages again. Maybe okay, I'm gonna try to get a spiritual, like a get one of my animal oracles in my next reading, because I feel like there's a lot of animal oracle energy that I need to tap into, because it's talking about the messages from a rabbit, service to the animal world. So maybe even there's some, I don't know. I feel like too, because there's this whatever these changes are, because I've seen like an increase, and I don't know if you have, of people doing mean things to animals, and that's always been an issue about our wildlife, right? And I feel like these changes will help people be more considerate and compassionate about the things that we need them to, in order to really bring about all these wonderful changes. Like, it's going to go beyond reduce, recycle, reuse. It's going to fortify the earth, the planet, you know, which is what we're all trying to sustain and live in. And, you know, yes, we're all going to not be here at some point, but we have family members that will, because it doesn't end with us. Yeah, look, and that's funny. This card says, I wonder what will happen next. Yeah, that's still everybody's energy about you, collective, as well as like other people are wondering what their future holds because they're not, outlook not so good. You can expect that inspiration, that creative spark, that imagination, and things coming to life. Like I said, yesterday's reading, right? It's like business as usual over here for the collective, and the time doesn't matter right now too. You're just because you're making sure to be timely and on time with the things that you want to do as much as possible, because you know that it's going to be used in a different way moving forward, that you're not going to have that free time in the same way that you used to, because of all of these creative things and new energy, you know, business ventures. Some of you might be traveling. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So this is onto that family energy and the people. It's those three witches. And it's about like what comes around. So they're now feeling the karma, feeling the brunt of whatever they've done, whatever they got people involved in is literally hitting them. Yeah, it's okay. So what I'm getting right now is what I've been heavily downloading too, is that things are now moving, and that's in the notes that I took too. Moving from the other, like from above to below now, because you've descended. So there's no other choice then for what you've created and brought to fruition to come right on in with that. So yeah. All right, what's that one? Ooh, look. Yeah. Look, they're being told to back off right now, and you're in this like moving like clockwork. Like I said, a wonderful idea. The aha moment. I didn't even see that. But yeah, the aha moment for you, where you're really, you know, realizing everything like is coming together. I feel like it's just right on time. Everything's right on time. All of this, what I'm also getting from this voodoo and blue back off energy is that like everything has been stopped, and you know that already though. You know what I mean? You know that this is somebody who's constantly getting high and doing magic. So, and that's in my, okay, let me get my notes out, because clearly that's what keeps coming up and I'm ignoring it. Because, okay, this is all about like immaturity versus inner child. You know, someone doesn't know how to heal, or the difference between the two, because they're trying to make it seem like their immaturity is grounds for like it's the same thing as their inner child playing out. And it's like, no, that's not the same thing. So is, you know, someone who does things or kid-like behaviors is different from someone doing inner child work. They will do things like a child that bring the lighthearted energy, not things that are immature like a child, you know, that don't have reckless abandon and that they know is obsessive or compulsive or could hurt other people. That is immaturity. Inner child work is like going to get your favorite ice cream, you know, or, you know, whatever you did as a child that you enjoyed or that you wanted to do. You know, it might be just as easy as getting a certain lip gloss that you used to get when you were younger or something like that. I don't know. The smell of it might just be the thing, you know, but that's how inner child works. Energy works. It's not this other dumb stuff that they're doing. But anyway, it's like, you know, the boy who teases a little girl that he likes, you know, it's a false reality for people to believe that that behavior was ever appropriate. And these people grew up under the impression that this was okay behavior, that it was okay and it was appropriate to do that, but it was never appropriate. And that's why they've continued in these same cycles and same activities and same type of behavior that they're currently in. Now, someone who wasn't taught well when they were a child has to kind of, someone's parents didn't teach them well when they were a child, okay? Maybe perhaps nothing at all, except for how to try and manipulate or abuse others, you know, by their own actions and what they, you know, did in the household, right? And That's not an excuse, though. No one can blame their childhood on why they won't grow up and act responsible for themselves. Now, or a grown man who responds to a woman when she nags. That's an unhealthy partnership, because I understand that there are a lot of people who are in relationships and they're in unhealthy habits and they don't realize the unhealthy habits. It's like, oh, let me go, she nagging. It's kind of like they pride themselves in that energy instead of, being excited about going to be with their person. And it's, there's also the energy probably coming from the feminine, like, well, why doesn't he hurry up, which is why she maybe sent the message in the first place. I don't know, but that's a lot of toxicity, bleeding out, a lot of inner child needs not being met because they weren't tended to correctly when they were a child. Now, that's not to say that there aren't other types. So the other types of inner child work can be just from someone who, like myself, this is the first thing that I express to people when they start to engage with me about signing up for my, series of, healing work. One of the things that I let them know about is how when I was a child, I, was at a thrift store with my mother, and everybody at school had jean skirts and I had one too. But in this instance, my mother couldn't give me a jean jacket, but they had the jean jacket to my skirt in the thrift store that she bought my skirt from. And I was so disappointed, but instead of letting that get to me, when my mom said she couldn't give me the jacket, the guy who owns the thrift store overheard that, and he kind of leans over the counter and is like, oh, well, do you want a job? And I was like, well, yeah. He was like, well, I'll give you a job here in the store so that you can, you know, buy your own jean jacket. And that's exactly what I did. And I spent a lot of time, doing a lot of stuff for myself. When I was 5 years old, I was already cooking omelets, so there's that other dynamic of it too. So there's all these different ends of the spectrum of childhood situations and circumstances that exist that aren't necessarily always, oh, I was beaten, oh, I was, molested. Not to say that there are any less damaging, you know what I mean? And that's not to say that anybody experiencing anything like that doesn't have their own healing work. But I feel like in the process, in the scheme of things, it's important to kind of just look at oneself, you know what I mean? Because that's the only thing and only person that we can hold ourselves accountable to. So we don't compare, our healing and our trauma to another. We deal with it and we heal from it. And that's what makes us whole. That's what makes us worthy. We start to value ourselves differently because we've examined ourselves in that way. That was just a little extra nugget. Okay. So let's see. Oh yeah, there was another example is like this lady, this lady had told me how like we were out somewhere with her husband doing something important and business related. And she comes over, she was like, yeah, this is how I keep my husband in line. And I was like, keep your husband in line. And I listened, of course, but she was just like, she got to give him wins every now and then and don't give in to him. And I felt like that was kind of a manipulative way. And I was like, well, how do you even engage this? And like, I felt like it was such a like task to try to manipulate someone else. It's like, oh, I just rather be myself and find someone who accepts me. And that just kind of became my thing, yeah, that became the thing for me. And I feel like that's where people's minds should be. It shouldn't be about manipulating someone else to get the results that you want to. And because it's not like we don't want to challenge our partners. We want to challenge our partners in the right way. Divine beings want to challenge our partners. Yeah, we're going to, challenge you, but in the positive way. We're going to do that in the most appropriate ways. We're going to, we want to be supportive of what you're doing. Like, for instance, instead of someone going to the person and being like, well, you need to do this and you need to do that and you need to do this, just instead say it like, well, if I was you, this is what I would do. And they may actually look at what you said you would do if you was them versus trying to tell them what to do. Does that make sense? I know it does. I know it makes perfect sense because I watched that play out in my life. Okay. All right. So the next part of this, these downloads, let's see, grow up too soon, inner child work. And it's also like people can label you or label their coworker or, whoever it is that they be talking about, but they can't pinpoint what they need to do to heal. That's often always all the other people's problems. Like, yeah, such and such be. And he's like, oh, yeah, I know because this person does it. What? Well, how do you know? Like, it's so crazy. It's wacky. Um, let's see. And they don't, a lot of those people don't know when to leave a situation, you know. But they have nothing, like have no idea on how to heal. They can tell you like, oh yeah, so and so shouldn't be with this person and so shouldn't be with that person, but they don't know how to heal their own stuff, or they couldn't tell so and so how to heal. Those people need to shut up too. I'm just being honest. The people who are like always saying, oh yeah, so and so shouldn't be with such and such. Okay, but you're not helping. You're just stating the obvious at this point. Like it's kind of dead and gone with that. That's, you need to be mute if you're giving out that advice, because that's not advice. To me, it's not. You know, you need to have some repair options to close your mouth. Now, okay, somebody involved in whatever the situation is trying to bribe people or has been bribing people, like if you do this for me, then I'll do this for you kind of energy. That person can't deliver anything. And as a result of this, other people in these communities, affiliations, whatever they decided to do with this person, crowdfund, I don't know. Scamming people, unfortunately, they're receiving their bad karma. Now, these people are still using these people's energy because they keep being in agreement. Like, why do you even bother about this money? Is what some of these people need to understand and do at this point. You need to just cut that loss and move on, because the more you exchange that energy with that person, that they feed off of that. They feed off of that to go do whatever it is that they need to do in their next hustle. I'm just telling you how it works. You need to call back your energy and dismiss that mug. You know, chalk it up as like, hey, listen, this is one of my subscriptions. God humbles better than I can humiliate. Because I can humiliate a mug all day. Like, I can tell you about yourself because I've been able to read people for a very long time. But I'm just not going to humiliate anybody like that, you know? I could call out names in these readings. I could call out names that sound like names. You feel me? But I don't. You know what I mean? I barely even be wanting to tap into this negative stuff because I'm really here about moving forward in life. But we have to address this because essentially these people are needing to be exposed, is what I'm understanding, to these community members who keep kind of not understanding how they're getting themselves caught up in this constant state of karma. And these people are coming back to them telling them, oh yeah, man, it's because, you know, divine masculine or divine feminine is out there doing something. No, it's them using your energy. Anyway, did vampire in you? What did you think? Anyway, so yeah, anybody, yeah, they feel like they're incomplete contracts, but the part of the contract is rising up from even communicating with these people. They don't know how that energy works and what it causes, and how they have to do that in like their day-to-day. Has to be in the correct vibration. They can't even get mad about it. Like, they got to remove that energy of being mad about that money, and it don't matter how much it was either. But some of these people lost a lot of money. So, I mean, beyond money though, which, mind you, some of these people lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. A lot of these people are losing their whole existence though. They don't have the opportunity to make a new life for themselves because of how colluded they were, especially when it comes to these RICO crimes and these, you know, all this other false, you know, identities and stuff like that. A lot of these people don't even know the collectives already filed their police reports. It's just a matter of time, baby. Anyway, these people went against their better judgment. A lot of these people, they knew better. They could feel it in their bones, but they continue to do that. Again, that kid who does the bad thing, you know, who wants to push the girl, you know. When I was younger, the little boy used to grab other girls' booties, and that's also inappropriate. And I told his ass up too. So, you know, if I was doing that on the playground, you know, what you think I'm going to do as I grow up? If I have to defend myself, I'm going to continue to do that. You know, they thought, I don't know why these people thought. They didn't ask anybody about what happened on the playground. They had all the Akashic records. They didn't look at that. And it's like, okay, if you had the Akashic records, did you see you're not winning and not being successful in all of these attempts at whatever it was you were trying to do? If you did, then why did you do those spells? Why did you use this money? Why did you go through with this? Why wouldn't you just keep up with the plan that you got right now? Because they always got a new plan. Oh yeah, I just found another such and such somewhere that could do this such. We just got to get a goat. Let's just be like that old dumb energy. Anyway, they're not keeping their well-being in mind either, because these people know the results of what's face, like right in their face. Like, dude, you got a band-aid on a shark bite right now. And it's like, the collective is like, it's not even that someone spoke or did ill against us that was bothersome. It's the fact that other people believe them that was actually kind of more bothersome than anything, you know, for those whose reputations have been ruined. It's kind of like, yeah, like, what? You believe that? Huh? That's a, you know, yeah. But we're so far removed from that, but because you can't talk about it till you didn't live through it and let it go. So that's the good part about it. That's what they don't understand either. They think that coming back and having like you express or be involved in hearing about any things that they've done against you and et cetera, that that's going to make you feel in some way, shape, or form like you are, you know, back in that moment. But it's like you've healed from that, so they can't, it's like they'd be trying to reopen wounds, I don't know. Energetically. The mindset of just blindly accepting or going against their better judgment. You know, if someone said, okay, for instance, like if someone went ahead and said, like it's to me it's kind of like if someone said, you know, nothing bundt cakes is not any good, don't go try it. And you go to this other place and you're, you know, let's say you're at Wildflower Bread Company picking up some lunch, and you like, ooh, they didn't have anything sweet for dessert that you like, and but there's a nothing bundt cake next door. And there's the, you know, you're not gonna go in and smell and look around and see like for yourself. You're not gonna go just, I mean, pop in, since you need a dessert anyway with your lunch and you're right there at the nothing bundt cakes. You're just gonna take the other person's advice because, you know, other people that actually know. But see, that's the thing. These people been in nothing bundt cakes. They know that stuff is delicious. They know it is. And if you've had a nothing bundt cakes, you know I'm not lying. But, oh gosh, it's like the most moist, delicious cake you could ever imagine, if you ask me. If you haven't had it, that's what it's like. It's like you're not gonna go, yeah, like you're not even gonna go smell. You know, most people go and like let their experience be their own experience. You know, don't let, that's just, you know, it's like someone keeping you away from something that you will actually like, something that you might have fun at. You know, lady, it's almost like these people were running away from the lady with the free samples to be like, hey, you know, because they do free samples, just so you know, nothing bundt cakes if you hadn't had it before. But, you know, it's just like they're running away from the lady giving out the free samples, coming out the door, trying to tell them like, hey, this is really, you know, our, you know, this is our strawberry, this is our red velvet, this is this, you know, whatever they got going on that day. Which is wild. You know, how do you run away from the store lady passing out free samples? Like, they're giving you an opportunity to see what it's like for yourself. And a lot of these people saw what it was like for themselves and then just were like, yeah, it's horrible. Like, what? Is that the same nothing? You sure it's nothing bundt, B-U-N-D-T cakes? Like, you want to make sure they got the name right on this shit. Yeah. So now people are trying to use like dumbass excuses like, well, I'm a trainer, I'm supposed to say everything that's sweet tastes good for you, which is like not correct either, because that's, you know, automatically assuming that the people that you train are just overindulgent. You're not giving them the opportunity to try anything. And aren't there cheat days? Like, what happened to moderation, you know? And you know, like restricting yourself like that is only gonna give you the craving and the desire for it. Have you ever had that when you be fasting? Don't it seem like you be hungry a little bit? More than usual, like, or when, you know, when you having a bad day and you ain't got it like you got it, so you can't eat what you want, you be thinking about, you know, the steakhouse and the this and that, but you can't do that today. You know, it's that kind of energy. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, anyway, they be putting themselves in bad situations, you know. You know, getting into this mode of being, and most people don't realize their karmic cycles, you know, are being in a relationship or being single, you know, where they're they're saying, oh, I'm not dating because there's too many bad choices out there. It's like, well, what are you opening yourself up to? You know what I mean? And I'm prepared to lose a lot more followers because of that statement right there. I also like, or they're saying because of their own failed relationships, which is the reality of what people are like, oh, I'm gonna stay single, I don't like it, whatever reasons they have, it's usually because of those things. And they end up in these relationships all of a sudden because they slept with somebody, because they couldn't be by themselves. They know alone time, not entertaining anybody but themselves, that leads to a lot more delayed gratification with because of a settling lack mindset. It's like, oh, I'm going to settle for this now because I don't have that. And then they go, oh, no, I really want that. So I'm going to withhold myself from this. And, not understanding that, like, just turn away from that for a minute. I don't know who this is for. They are to no focus on their own personal issues. And a lot of people, again, don't want to acknowledge that they even have any issues. They want to think that they're perfect people. I'm just saying. It takes a very big person to face how many priorities, they made out of peasants too, with respect to us as the collective. Maybe some of us, it was a paycheck that we were kind of, or clients that we had, or, parents, or, friendships and groups, affiliations, whatever it is. But it takes a very big person to face how many priorities they made out of peasants. Not saying that your family and all these other things are peasants, but when you think about it in the scheme of things of where you're heading in this crowning process that we're understanding, that's just the, yeah. And that's not just, paychecks, parents, clients, patrons, passersby, perfect strangers, pessimists, being worried about what energy people are sending towards us, looking at too many readings, caring too much about what somebody's doing. That gives, makes you susceptible to it, right? But, it is what it is. Now, everyone who followed along with this, not that they don't all play a part, but they just weren't supposed to be a priority. Everyone is not, oh, okay, not all those people that play, yeah, not all of those people don't play a part. Like those family members, those parents, like they play a part. They just weren't supposed to be a priority. That's just it. They were just not supposed to be the priority. You are supposed to be the priority. And anything that you involve yourself in moving forward is supposed to be the priority. Whatever suits you at all times. It's always about you first. Okay? And not in like a selfish way, in more of a way of making sure that you can fulfill your own self so that you can give appropriately to the people in your life that you have now in this new phase. Because it otherwise it kind of I don't know. Anyway, like these people are also they are very quickly, like quicksand, quick realizing that they cannot put your shoes on. They can't walk a day in your shoes. And for a lot of us, again, we started being responsible for ourselves and our families at very young ages. So it's like they don't even understand that part of it because they're not responsible for themselves as these big grown-ups. You feel me? Coming from somebody that was cooking egg omelets at 5 years old. Okay. So anyway, like it's the energy, they're in this energy right now. As you ever see a kid or someone in their ego be like, oh, I can do that. But like with the ego of like they're better than, and like their chest is out. So, but it's, they don't say the words. They just act that. They just have that behavior. So like a kid sees someone pick up a gallon, of milk. And let's say it was like a bit bigger than a gallon of milk. And so it was a little heavier and wobbly, whatever. But they go to pick it up and it's like spilling all over the place and making a mess. But because they went out with such bravado, like this ego, they were going to pick it up and they were going to do better than, and they didn't have to wait on the parent for help or whatever it is. But can you just imagine like a child trying to grab something that with their little hand, you know what I mean? That a grown-up's hand is far more equipped to do. And so that's what they were doing. They were trying to, grab on and to do and be something bigger than what they had grown to be. And they were, running around with this ego and bravado sticking out their chest everywhere they went, trying to pretend like they, could, do something. And they're literally living in this retrograde energy right now. They want to come back into your life, but they know they can't. They're caught and they can't prove that what they're saying is true. They can't prove that they have any connection with you. It shows that they've lied and they're guilty of everything that you've said. Someone encouraged Oh gosh, this is about a whole nother section of this is someone in one of these groups that has been doing this dark work. This person is the wife, I believe, in the couple, one of these couples, but they encouraged one of their friends that was like on their, their life was ending from an illness, possibly cancer, and they same sex friend. They got this friend to agree to do this ritual with them right before they passed in order to get for this magic to work. And they basically, it was a part of, doing some, sexual acts. And this person apparently has made a lot of promises to these communities too. Apparently, this is the queen. No, I'm sorry. This person is a high priestess in reverse. Yes. Um, these people are all kind of like sitting in this processing time. It feels very long and drawn out for them, but to the collective, we're just smooth sailing again. Um, there's this energy is like it's just so silly what they were thinking that they could do. It's like if you really looked in the Akashic records, where did you see any of the stuff you tried getting? Where did you see yourself getting away with it? To say that you were in the right of mind to do it, and tell me why anybody would be wise, anyone would even think they're wise to do anything with these people again when they see the history right now. Anyway, these people, feel like you're deplorable, but they, listen, they already lost when you woke up. That's the real fact of the matter. It was out the door when you woke up, point blank, period. They confirmed to the collective, to God, the universe, entities, celebrities, societies, meaning communities, organizations, businesses, that they left no stone unturned. But they confirmed that they didn't want, need, or to have any use for the collective because they were dispensable. They could get another collective. They could get some money elsewhere. They could get some love elsewhere. They could get some whatever it is that they were getting. You weren't enough for them, is what they were pushing out, in their opinion. And you know what people say about opinions. Now, the work you did and the magic that you endured was incredibly treacherous and aggressively mind altering magic. Now, can you imagine thousands of people running around and saying that you're so mentally gone, that you're suicidal and manic, while sending this same energy and magic out to you, but everything is taking place in the dark, meaning you have no knowledge of this initially. You have a hunch or a slight suspicion, but you not at the magnitude that you thought, and you can't do anything about it because you look like a fool running around calling people, be like, hey, if this person is doing this weird shit, like, hey, if this, you look weird, going out saying, hey, have you heard any rumors about me? Like, come on now. So of course you're not going to be out there just like, that you look guilty, or like you helping them at that point, right? So it's like, how do you defend yourself in those situations where they're pretty much trying to swallow you? Swallow. I can't say that word without going there. But how do you, I laugh so hard because that's them right now. They look like TD Jakes. Also, there's a masculine out here who is pretending to be divine masculine, but there's a masculine out here, whomever this person that's like supposed to be some like Rico Suave, I don't know, but there's a masculine out here that was involved in some way, shape, or form briefly with divine feminine, who is on the DL. And that's verifiable, but that person has to get their life together. But I feel like that's something people need to know if they, feel like this is not just for entertainment purposes. For myself, I can say it for myself in my own situation. I watched it go down in the DMs with two different people of the same sex as this gentleman, like another man, two other men. Okay. So I know for a fact with the person that I'm speaking of, so that's how highly I can say it first. So my own personal experience showed me what I wasn't supposed to see, but I was supposed to see it. And I saw a lot of this other stuff too. So, which is why I'm so free to say it, and let it be for entertainment purposes. If people want to not believe, or, that's what we have to say for YouTube, or because I don't have, any justifiable evidence other than what I'm saying, because I feel like I've been divinely guided. They hate this though. So now, another part of that was that whole magic stuff that was intertwining was like what you think, do, or see in the day, you can also permeate into your dream state. So these thousands of people are now talking and spreading these rumors, and then it's permeating into these people's dream state. So in the dream state, they're bullying you. They're bullying you into this with this mind that, this third eye vision, that not that they have one whatsoever, but from this like crusty, calcified third eye mindset, they're taking this into the dream world, and they're pushing this energy on you there, trying to. And so basically it's like trying to force an as above so below, but backwards. And that's what a lot of people are hearing in these readings, that's considered human trafficking, because they are. Not to say that these people haven't done that, because that's a part of the RICO crimes, essentially putting people online without their knowledge to make money for it. Any way, shape, or form you selling somebody else's body and you're receiving any type of finances from it, you are human trafficking against this person's will. Yeah, that's human trafficking. Anyway, but look, I looked this shit up. Don't worry about it. I looked it up. You think this legal beagle? Now, I told y'all I done studied some things. I probably got about, anyway, we ain't even talk about him. Yeah. That's the other thing. They tried to say the collective was stupid and didn't know anything and this and that and not this and not that. Like, we'll show you what we not. Okay. Ooh, anyway, but, you know, knowledge is so far beyond a book. You know what I mean? But anyway, not that the collective doesn't, a lot of the collective doesn't have the book knowledge, because a lot of the collective does. It's like, just because we don't have a degree in our name doesn't mean we don't have the credits. Some people didn't feel or need or have the necessity in life to apply for a degree because they had the credits. They knew the information. They already had a job in that field. This was just entitling them to more money. Like I said, for me personally, I headed a whole entire department within a Fortune 500 company in my teens. Can you sit down? Ugh. You know what I mean? You want to talk about what somebody don't got. They don't got a clue. Anyway, so they're trying to cause there to be this 5D and 3D emission of this false light that they're trying to put the collective in to further the things that they've created. And then so in addition to do that, they put up these fake profiles, which puts it into the 4D, and also stole your likeness in many fashions, invaded your privacy and your private dwellings. Some people were involved in that. And that was put into place, and you were put into place to prevent you. Basically, it's like they use these institutions that were put in place to prevent you from harm, to harm you. Okay. So now it's written that all these false accusations are on you too. So them going to these legal routes and trying to take you to court and put you in jail and all this other stuff, like anything that's been, assumed or made, trying to pursue you in some fashion on the 3D is also leading to all of this. So, and they're telling people about this. Oh yeah, so and so this, and so it's just, feeding to this cycle, to which you still had literally no knowledge. How many levels these people were doing things. And in addition to maybe even familial wrongdoings of the exact same nature. I believe, so it's saying here that a family member implicated you in a crime. Meanwhile, they were elsewhere claiming benefit to assets from a legally written and valid last will and testament. These people have lived their entire lives, like all these people that we're discussing, have lived their entire lives stealing, cheating, robbing, infecting, projecting, harming, hurting, abusing other people. From sun up to sundown, laughing at other people's misfortune that they caused. And who is laughing now? Who is laughing now? Because new beginnings, who laughing now? Because new beginnings do not always mean good things. And that's why they're so afraid of the new beginnings. Because new beginnings for them don't look the way they do for the collective. You know, especially for those who've been involved in not doing good, right? Anybody involved in not doing good cannot expect anything good right now. The seconds they spend trying to manipulate, the seconds that they spend trying to manipulate anything regarding you will be manipulating themselves. They will be manipulating themselves. Okay? All right, those are the notes. That was a lot of download energy, but let's see. So how do they feel about this? How do these people feel about that? Let's go ahead and get a few more cards out. That was quite a bit. They feel exhausted by these legal things that they're trying to distance themselves from. But I'll let the cards tell us. What are they? What's happening with them right now? Maybe trying to keep that business out the streets. What's the vibe with them right now? They're puzzled. Yep, still. Yep, they're stagnant as well. They're still puzzled and stuff like that. They're confused, yeah. And they're hiding and concealing, like I said, that they're stuck and they're in the dead end. They're dead end. They're confused and conflicted and perplexed. Yep. And they're real mad about it. They're real mad about it. All right, what do they have? Look at that. Every time they get mad about it, the collective, who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? I don't even know what that's from, but I'm sure that's somewhere. Oh, what's that? I knew something turned around. Yeah, they're longing for, they're like missing you and wanting to talk to you or have some type of friendship or like, you know, some type of reunion with you. And that just is not in the cards. I don't see that. Let's see. Maybe Divine Masculine is minimized how much nightlife he engages in, even if it wasn't even like wild. But because this Divine Feminine, not Divine Feminine, this other woman who keeps trying to sit in Divine Feminine's energy, it's like every little thing that this person does is like based on what the Divine Feminine is doing. This woman is crazy. It's because they're hopeful that like this will work. I don't know. It's almost like this energy of like they're trying. They really are. They're trying to seek this type of like, I don't know. I feel like maybe some of these people are trying to come to the collective. If you're like a reader like me or do something like me where you're on a platform or something, or you know, you do something and I don't know, I just feel like these people are trying to reach out because they want that energy. They want, you know, that type of response from you, and that's not what they're getting. You're not nurturing them. You're isolating them. Like, you're like, go away. How many ways do I need to say this? They're wondering if you know that they're two-faced. Yes. Yes. They burn their bridges. Yes. Yeah, there's no trust there. There's nothing. It got real quiet and solemn. Yep. If anyone was wondering who that is, the karmics, these third parties, or the haters, they're in this energy of lessons being learned. You about to go on vacation, though. I just saw that in the cards, too. Woo, they mad. They mad about that. They're mad about the fact that you've moved on. They're mad that they're exhausted at trying to like be in your space, in your energy, in your world, and the rest of that. They've been blocked completely. They know they have. It's like very apparent to them. And they're scared. They're scared out of their minds. You know what? My uncle was schizophrenic, and something he said was paranoia will destroy us. So they need to get this under control. I'm telling you, these people are headed to some type of mental exhaustion, you know, where they're going to be forced to take a break. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. If you guys, you know, if apologizing, it's like, okay, if you're trying to apologize. They're not trying to, these people just trying to continue with this little hopeful energy that they can get away with stuff. They're not coming in being remorseful. And if they are, it's two-facedness. They're trying to get in the way of your divine union, because the longer you entertain their shenanigans, the further away from your person it keeps you. And I'm one to tell you right now, I feel like every second counts. Don't let 10 seconds go by without you being on that shit to keep your relationship in harmony. That's all I'm gonna tell you on that one. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. I don't have to make things up. I'm telling you, time is of the essence for everybody involved right now. You smooth sailing. As long as you ain't procrastinating and acting like you too busy for something or delaying yourself in that manner. Look at that. That's what it says on here. It's literally what it says on the card. So, you know that these possibilities are endless for you. Collective. You got to cut all those ties. It looks like you've done that. And anybody keeps trying, well, they'll keep getting cut off. Yep. Anybody that keeps, yep, they falling. They all fall down. Looks like they might fall down, like trying to. They might go down, like literally, but that's not our problem. Yep. Keep following your dreams, staying focused on what you've got coming up next. Because if nothing else is an indication that what you have next is coming, it's them continuing to reach out. It's them, showing that they're envious. It's them, trying to keep you from enjoying yourself when you go out. That kind of energy, trying to pop up or be involved with, people that you're involved with. Yeah. I'm trying to push you into some type of energy of being, antisocial, which essentially is now putting them in that energy. Yeah. This person also, whoever was doing that, whoever this feminine is trying to show up everywhere divine masculine is, the copycat, let's just call him that. Whoever that is essentially now feeling, it's just stupid. They always feel stupid. They're not feeling smart. Okay. Because they know that kind of puts you in a space of like being in your feelings and giving them the silent treatment and leaving them out. That's essentially what happened. It was like, okay, it worked the opposite way. You don't mind being to yourself. It was like, okay, you had the goal of getting out, doing a little bit, but whatever, this person is just stuck in this like shattered energy, this broken energy, having all these nightmares, having to face all their failures, being bitter and angry and petty. That's unfortunate. Petty is not the energy. Man, let me tell you. I'm not even allowed to be petty, just to keep it 100. Like, I'm on such a strict diet on what I can and can't do with respect to my, spiritually, with your love affair, with my love affair. Newsflash. That, I can't even be petty. I can't even be petty if it lets you know how, high vibrational these energies are that the collective is in, this healing energy. We heal others with our, with us being present. Like, welcome to, I'm here. I don't know how to explain it. I'm running out of cards now, and I have way more tarot still out here, and the light is going off, so you have to give me a second. I don't know where I put the remote for the light. Also, I do have an 8-year-old who likes to turn the fan on and off. Okay, I don't think I'm going to find it this very second, but I feel like I'm going to get back on and do another reading in a bit. Let's just see the energy. Yep, this is the last deck I'm going to use anyway. This is perfect. Let's see. Who are these people? Please identify this for the collective, for those who aren't sure, for those who are just watching, trying to confirm something that they thought. Yeah, these people that betrayed and are on all this deceit and stuff. There may be a physician, a doctor, someone who claims to be a healer. So maybe that high priestess in reverse energy. There's this lost soul who was supposed to be a king energy, who's like trying to seek clarity right now and understand themselves. So that's out here. This is drunkard. So maybe this person already has a DUI. Sydney, where's the remote for the fan and the light? I see that chef card out here. Maybe even a tarot card reader. Which is wacky to me. Like, they know better. At least they should. You would think people would know better, but it is what it is. Is it on that table? Maybe someone who's in the military. Yep, I have that in a download too. Someone else who's young, maybe a sibling, a younger sibling is what I'm getting. Um, let's see. Maybe even someone who was an employee, player energy. Oh, hold on. What's this here? Ooh-wee. Ooh, wow. Okay, so there are some, there is a tarot card reader involved in this too. There's a reader that's been involved in the shenanigans, that's in trouble as well. And then I'm gonna tell you now, this energy is so horrible. It takes a lot of buildup for me. You'd have to crawl under. It takes a lot of buildup for me to do these readings, just simply because their energy is so like, they're so uneasy right now. They're so like, oh, there's such an, there's such a, like, it's like rock gut. So you ever drink and like have a hangover? That's the energy that all these people in, especially a lot of these clergy, because they already see. There's some groups, organizations going down. Maybe people who claim to be guardians of faith and religion and morality, compassion, or say that they're on a sacred mission. So we know who those groups identify as. Yeah, this person, this drunkard, maybe being risky. Maybe there's someone else that's seen in the community as a gambler. Maybe that's someone that's known to gamble and is always kind of like addicted to like getting into debt and stuff like that. The person is on the verge of homelessness right now, in a real way. Sydney, can you not do that, please? Thank you. Looks like a fireman may be involved as well. Oh, who's this? Ooh. This is interesting. This is a bard, which is a keeper of epic tales, ballads, and legends. So there's somebody who's just a gossip that just goes around talking. That's also involved here, that's going to have a hard time too. That is no good. Maybe even a stripper or a dancer. Maybe someone who's, I'm getting like an actual dancer as well. Maybe. Ooh, wow. Like not a stripper, but also a stripper. Like there's probably a stripper involved, and there's probably like a regular dancer involved as well. There's someone who feels like they're a genius, who was supposed to be like innovative and have this like exceptional ability or something too. So maybe that's what they were all like trying to show themselves to be. Give us a little more here. Ooh. Oh, okay. There's also maybe an engineer or somebody in the technology field, the field of technology. Maybe someone with respect to the groups that were involved in monitoring you inside your private residences or following you. That's the energy that I'm getting from this. Maybe even some influencers, people who are you know, on social media that, you know, are, you know, moderately known even. I don't know, you take your fame how you like it. That's what I'm getting from it. They're like, if I said your name, would nobody know? That's what I mean. They're not like anybody, they're content creators, you know. They're a follower of other people, and they use that to create their own online influence. So these people, these influencers are cloud chasers. It's that cloud chasing energy. There's someone who's also homeless, who's unemployed. They got a lot of nerve. Anyway, who's stuck out somewhere. Someone's also who's also facing bankruptcy and kind of wandering about life. There's someone who may be a driver for a living. I'm getting truck driver energy as well. Maybe even I'm getting maybe ambulance driver as well. Okay. There's someone who looks as though they travel online, maybe does Bitcoin or something like that, who seems to be doing something like that. That's like looking, the people, when they see them outwardly, they look like they have a lot of self-restraint and that they're like disciplined and stuff like that. Maybe people see them as a bit of a guide in some fashion, but that's a facade. Clearly, they're on the wrong side. I'll do this deck. I saw it when I was going to say I was going to use it, but I didn't know that I would find the light in time to make that happen. So this is the last little bit. Actually, Spirit's calling me to use this deck a little bit more, Spirit. So there are more people that need to be revealed, okay? Oh, oh, oh. Okay, this drunkard doesn't like that. Whoever this person with the DUI already on their record does not like that. Okay, someone, yes, there's also a an actual high priestess, a root worker that had volunteered, that was willing to try to see and look into the future or something like that for you. Hold on. Just look. Like where you're going, what you're doing, what you're up to. Trying to look at that for some people. Where'd those cards go? No, that's too many. I don't even know where I just put those cards right now. Oh, there they are. Waiter. Oh, this is somebody who's maybe made their career out of being a waiter or something like that. Maybe people who are in that industry, as a server or something like that, or a cleaner, or maybe that's where this, I said that in a previous reading a long time ago, that there was a root worker who was going to end up being a housekeeper. They weren't going to be able to do any work anymore because they didn't have any more. They couldn't channel any power. They lost all ability to channel. Yeah, look, this coming with this card. I wonder what will happen. If you were wondering what was happening with that root worker, some people don't like that. This root worker does. Wonder, and it was upside down too. Wonder what happened with that root worker. Why that root worker disappeared. They there. They just cleaning some stuff up for other people and themselves at this point, because that's their karma, right? Yeah, maybe even someone who had like a merchant or like a store that you used to frequent. Like, let's say, for instance, you used to go to a little hat shop or something like that. Or maybe if you're a spiritual person, somewhere that you used to go get your spiritual items from. It's definitely some people, like some shop owners and things like that. Yeah, these people were in on making their next move, and their best move out of being, these schemes or schemers, and, scheming against you, you know, putting you through all of this stuff, being, treacherous and torturous. That's wild. Let's do a few more. Okay. Maybe even a bartender or somebody that works at a nightclub. That's come out a few times as well, too. There is a teacher that's involved that came out, too, before. Maybe even a daycare teacher, too. There's someone here who's not able to keep themselves hidden in the shadows anymore, because this ninja card was in the reverse. So there's someone who can't keep themselves out in the shadows anymore. And maybe they're some type of music or they're wannabe, music composer or artist or something like that. Oh, so that's the thing too. There was somebody in my collective who I keep saying is in the studio, but this person just calls what they're doing in the studio. Okay, and I'm not going to say what they do, and I'm not going to allude to it. But I want this person to know that what they're doing in the studio is highly approved. Continue to do that, because it's coming to fruition. It's coming to, like, everything that you wanted. Don't believe in any of those things trying to challenge you, and, continue to set your own self on fire every day. That's the message for that person. That was a download for them. There's also some police officer, too, who was involved in stalking and maybe even assisting in giving information for people who hired hitman, is what I'm understanding. And so, yeah, they were a hitman and then, gave up because you didn't want them. I don't know. Shoot. All these people get mad because somebody don't want them. I told y'all it was a bartender or somebody at a club or some type of server or something like that, who likes to sit there and small talk and stuff. And they were helpful at spreading this rumor. This is one of the people that journalist is talking to. And of course, the journalist is involved, but, for business purposes, we see that here. But this journalist, yeah. This journalist is going strong. This journalist is actually getting all the right information too, is what I'm seeing. Because it was like coach, and it was somebody going strong on the just saw coach again. Yeah, look, they're doing good with their research and everything that they're trying to find out on this. They've even like maybe reached out and found some friends of the collectives or ex-friends that some clown behavior though, but ooh, that's funny. Ooh, that's funny. But that person is singing, because I saw that singer card. That person is telling everything like it is. Like they're being honest because they saw some things go wrong for themselves. Look, I told you that coach card was out here. This person also has a lot of information. Ooh, they didn't write this out. This person also has a lot of information about these different gangs or whatever groups these gangs affiliate, or like underworld transactions, violence, criminality. God, Lord, I need to go eat and go to sleep. Criminality, Brotherhood of the Shadows. It's maybe also there's a painter. That was a heavy download too. So these people may paint houses, they may paint buildings. This may be someone who's an abstract painter as well. Yeah. Somebody may even do body paint. I don't know why I got that, but somebody may even do body paint or something like that. There may be a father involved as well. Well, he's in on it as well. I said in well. Well, yeah, came right on out. I don't make things up. I do not make things up. They will come out on their own. Like I said, pretty much you've avenged everything. You've taken care of all of that. You've done all your detective work. You don't tell everybody what you know. You don't need to let that out. You may let people think whatever they want to because you can. You know, you let that work to your benefit. You let that be your best in your, be in your best interest, because that's all you care about anyway, collective, as you should. You keep making your information, doing your detective work and whatever it is that you need to do. There's also detectives out here too that are on the right side of things that are super excited, is all the energy I get when I get into their energy. These dudes is like, they feel like they got their wings. That's the energy I'm feeling. Like I'm feeling full-fledged wings out my back right now. Just ready to, where we going? Knows all things hidden, answers truly about things earthly or divine. So that's what's taking place, is all of the answers are being put in front of everyone to know that all the things that are hidden, the answers are only coming out right now about things that are earthly and divine. Okay. This is also the period where friends are being reconciled, and you're able to be in a period of telling about the past, the present, and the future, and that's going to bring you a lot of dignity and honor as well in your own like inner strength, in that spirit, that beautiful, wonderful spirit of yours. And as a result, you're going to be in that energy of teaching holy secrets and in instructing others how to make weapons and the art of seduction. So making weapons to like ensure that when people come against you, I just want to make sure I clarify making weapons. When people come against you spiritually, because remember I said, how do you defend yourself? When this is, how do you defend yourself against this kind of attack? Because we see what it does. They've seen, what appeared to be taking place. But again, how do you know which lessons to learn, when to learn them, how to learn them, why to learn them, what they help you through? Like, is this the lesson? Is this the right time for this? Because some people be thinking, I gave up this and I gave up that, and it wasn't the right thing to give up because it wasn't something that they needed to. So it's like also understanding when you're putting yourself in a self-imposed prison, that's not easy. Tell me how to heal and get rid of my, what is it? I don't know. Shoot. So much stuff. I don't know, my ego. That's a hard one. Lack of self-confidence or lack of self-value, or even, what is that one? That's the one that I think explains it the best. Oh, codependency, because most of these people are just codependent. That's really the biggest issue at the forefront of everything, is their codependencies. So now a tower is being built around you that's providing weapons, and I just said that. But anyway, building towers around you. Towers are being built around you, and you're being provided with all of this, weapon and ammunition. And you've got all this protection. It says sending soldiers to appointed places. I don't got to make anything up. When I tell you you're protected and what's getting ready to happen, I meant it. Also, you're also learning higher learning. You're getting some more divine gifts. Because those are like things like people can take away all kinds of stuff if you know if you let them, is how I see it. But like those are things that people can't get involved with. But all of this is divine that you're receiving, so none of this can be taken away, is what I'm understanding. Yep, we've got the Sun card here and the King of Wands. So the next one says, yeah, teaching geometry and liberal sciences makes great noises and warms water. So yeah, you're creating this really great environment for people to kind of bathe in this otherworldly knowledge, this higher learning knowledge, and be able to use this knowledge to do things like help them heal their codependency. Hold on one second. Yes.
Mommy, can I grab a tablet?
Yes. It's also becoming this opportunity and moment to cause the love of women and men and of men to women. So it's bringing back this unity that we see is lacking between men and women in the world. I've said that before, but I'm glad there's finally a card that says exactly that. Causes the love of women and to men and men to women. It's bringing all of that back. Y'all think I just be out here making up stuff. Oh, it's going to help their other people's relationships and your I don't make stuff up. I don't have time for that. Anywho, you're also going to be helping people learn about astrology and the virtues of the stars and the houses and the planets and how to understand them. Transforming men with dignity and finding favor with friends and foes. Yeah, because it's going to be undeniable, like what you're actually doing. People are going to deny it. They're like, oh, I don't need that, because they just want to stay, and that's good, because we've got to have examples for everybody else coming up in the world, because a lot of this is going to be passed down, this knowledge and things that people are learning, so they can build their legacies, and their children can continue in these legacies as well. And so as a result, we need those examples of what not to do, to make sure that it's not the reverse of the spoiled child syndrome where everybody just feels like everybody's going to be good, because we have to understand where to set boundaries, because these people do exist. The light and dark exists. Clearly, I had to turn the light on. Anyway, also some love between a man and a woman that's going to create thunder and great storms. I knew there was a sexual undertone from Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine from this card over here. What did it say? Makes great noises and warms water. But anyway, creates love between man and woman, creates thunder and great storms. There's that water again and the noise. I ain't lying. Gives answers to divine secrets, and they're going to receive a lot of gifts and healing in those exchanges, those physical exchanges between the two. It's going to bring more good energy and good people into their social circles and around them for the things that they need done in this next cycle. Because it's like, okay, if you're moving into a cycle where you're going to need an assistant and this and that and the other, you're going to need good people, right? To be those things, right? If you need a manager for what you're working on in the studio, you're going to need a good one, right? You're going to want everything to flow good. And that's what is being created here. A great flow. Man, we can't help it. Teaches the virtues of herbs and stones, makes birds disappear and behave as though they're tame. So it's also going to teach people how to, like I said previously, defeat those spiritual battles. What do I do? What does this mean? I'm feeling like this. Am I being, for people to even know that they're being spiritually attacked, because a lot of people don't know, Also helping people to understand the language that is used in these cards when they're not extremely descriptive, is what I'm getting from this. Teaches grammar, logic, and rhetoric. Can make one appear like a soldier. Yeah, so helping people to understand, oh, okay, they're doing this. Okay, so I can be prepared to see this come towards me, and this is my response to it in order to push that energy away from me and heal. You got what I'm saying? I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, it's to defeat all of this. Like, so you can be this, nighttime in your sleep demon slayer, that we talk about so much, So that energy can be passed on to people who really need it. Because there's so much that's taking place, behind the scenes unjustly. All right, last card for the night. Yep, Strength card. Nothing left to say but what I already said. builds towers or destroys stone walls, causes rough waters, finds witches. I told you them bras was done for. I told you that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Let me see. I feel a little like I should pull an oracle, but I don't have any more oracles out here except for this one. All right, so my information is in the description box. fancygranola.goddess@gmail.com if you're interested in getting to know what services I provide, how it will help you, what is expected from you, because I don't do the work, you do. So you just have to be fluid in understanding how the dynamic works so that you can get what you need and be able to consult with your highest self on an everyday basis to make all the right decisions, as much as possible, because nobody's, no one can say that I'm perfect, I don't make a wrong decision, because honey, should have known not to place that Target order so late. Anyway, you're getting ready. Ooh. Oh, okay. So that person, whomever's got this DUI, was trying to do some magic to control like the relationship or like keep you away from your person. It's got them sick now. So they're messed up. Either that or someone's hoping that you'll drink and get yourself messed up, and that'll take you away from your person and you'll be sick. So watch your own behavior. If you know there are things that you should be doing, do them. If you know there are things that you should not be doing, do not do them. If you know there's things that you should be doing quickly, do them quickly. Like that time came out already right when I said it. If you don't believe me, rewind it. This is a time for care for yourself and your person and relaxation. That is what is taking place. A lot of beautiful healing. A lot of beautiful healing right now. Not like you've got, drama or problems or anything like that. It's just kind of like removing all the stress so that you can have these, beautiful moments of living those sweet dreams. Because this is dreams come true energy. Anything else? Okay. Someone's mask came off. Someone's trying to be blind or remain blind to the fact that they've been caught. Like they see, again, I said that already. They're trying to be blind to the fact that their mask is off. The jig is up. They are being stubborn and trying to protest and kind of like, maybe somebody might even try to sue you to get attention, but whatever they present is going to be inadequate. So someone may try to protest or like send you some paperwork while you're on vacation, or I don't know, serve you with some, I don't know. I don't feel like they have any grounds to serve anybody. Again, it says there's some inadequacy to that, whatever they're trying to do. But they're not trying to hear that. They have some type of mental issue. It says a mullish attitude, arrogance, selfish. Yeah, because they whatever memory it looks like they were trying to hold you back from, like, because it's like, okay, you're relaxed because they keep trying to protest you because they know that you're only relaxed because you won. You won. Everything keeps all signs point to yes. Everything, you keep getting more and more memories or inclinations and things showing that you have this eternal love, that you are, need to continue loving on yourself and, your sweetheart. Like I said, man, I gotta go. I don't like repeating myself. I literally do not. So I'm gonna call it a night on that one. I hope that this has been helpful and insightful some way. I will catch you on the next one, collective.